This video is sponsored by Babel.
Well, I'm about to show you all the kitchen, but it's in such a state that I had to go and get a coffee first at one of my favorite places here in Vivizzano. This is Cafe Elettico, and I'm just about to have my Americano to sort of calm me down, ha ha ha, before I show you guys the kitchen. It is really exciting, don't get me wrong, but there's still just so much to do. So I just need to breathe and drink some coffee. Hi everybody, and welcome to my little Italian house. Today is so exciting because I get to see my kitchen, which has been under renovation, construction, restoration, whatever you want to call it, for the past couple of months. And I've only had video that was sent to me. I was here when they first started it, but then of course had to go back to England for the other historic house that is sometimes under construction as well, called Mapperton. But I'm back here now to check up on the work and also to give you guys a tour. Now, next door to me, or really across from me, is another spectacular house that is completely being gutted, renovated, and it is looking so smart. The scaffolding's still up, but it's looking amazing. I also do want to say that I am just it's amazing how much I've missed the sun. So in England, we haven't seen the sun for 6 months. I promise you, it's been gray, it's been rainy, it's been the worst winter I can ever remember. So when I arrived here and saw the sun, oh my gosh, the warmth of the sun beating down on me, realized how much I need the sun. So we're gonna step inside, look at the kitchen. I'm gonna give you a quick tour, and then I also want to talk you through just how it's going to be furnished, some of the textiles I'm looking at. I want you guys to be able, and I want you to help me decide what fabric I should use for the curtains and what fabric I should use for a chair that I'm gonna be reupholstering, and what fabrics maybe for some of the cushions on the sofa that's going to go down there. That's right, there's going to be a sofa in the kitchen. So this is just the beginning. This is like part one, but it's part one and very exciting. So come on in.
A me piace molto andare a cavallo.
A me piace molto andare a cavallo. One of the things I absolutely love to do when I'm here at my little Italian house is come up onto my terrace and just enjoy the view and take a break from the renovation that's happening down in the kitchen. And I get to practice my Italian because I use Babel, one of the top language learning apps in the entire world. And because of Babel, I am now at a B2 intermediate level. For me, Babel has been instrumental in my Italian language journey. And the lessons on Babel are designed by real language teachers. For me, it's not just about, though, learning the language of the country that I'm in right now, Italy, because I have a little Italian house. It's about having a project. And for me personally, projects keep you young. I love working my brain by learning a new language, but also I enjoy heading down to the piazza and ordering all my food and drink in Italian and speaking to the locals in Italian and being able to have conversations with the builders about the renovation.
Sì, e stasera io posso mandare un messaggio.
Okay.
Okay?
So if you're looking to travel to a foreign country this summer, because summer travel is coming up, do check out Babel. It's one of the best things I have ever done is learning a new language. Whether it's Italy or another foreign country, Babel offers so many different languages that you can learn. And I think also for me personally, it has boosted my confidence and probably one of the best things I've ever done. And I'm not going to stop at Italian. I'm actually going to start to learn different languages for the rest of my life because of how much fun I've had learning Italian. So if you're interested in learning a new language, by the way, Babel is scientifically proven to help you learn a new language in just 3 weeks. So click the link in the description down below and get 60% off of your subscription with Babel today. I promise you, it's one of the best things I've ever done, and I'm going to continue to learn languages for the rest of my life. So I'm going to start in this corner, and there used to be exposed stone here, and not that much, but we ended up covering up that exposed stone. It almost looked like a boot, bizarrely. This is where the emergency lighting is, and we're just going to put a better case around it to make it sort of become flush with the wall. Many of you again have asked what exposed stone have I kept, and as a reminder, even though there's bits up there, that is one bit of exposed stone that I've kept, and also above the door frame as well. Right, so looks like they've been looking at my tiles. So this is the blue lovely pattern here that will be across. Here, I think we've got 2 up here. Fantastic. So, wow, it's gonna look great. Anyway, moving on. Holy cow. So the designs were perfect and absolutely meticulous. So I just want to say a huge thank you to Malcolm. It has made this so much easier while I've been away. This is where the new appliances, will be the marble sink that I found at Deborah and PG's. It's so beautiful. And all the tiles, if you remember, they were taken down individually by, everybody who was here working on this. But when we got to the boiler, we decided that now was the time to put in a new boiler. The one that was here before was actually quite vecchia, very old. And so this new boiler is working, isn't it, Luke?
I had a supremely warm shower this morning, so I can confirm that the boiler is working beautifully.
Yeah. So we're very pleased with that. This will be covered up. So if you look at the designs again, you'll be able to see that this will be covered. And then, of course, this is, for me, the best improvement. There was this kind of bizarre, just brick wall put up just to create, I think, some shelving here. That is gone, and it just opens up the space a little bit more. We've been able to then cover up nicely the new piping that was put in for the new loo. As I mentioned before, when I first came here, I didn't even know that I had a second bathroom. Lovely big window, and we'll be putting a new radiator here. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to arrange this, because I do have some of the furniture. You're going to see that some of the furniture has arrived. Right, in particular, a nice, lovely brass curtain pole that's going to go up there. And this comes from Mapperton.
That's come from Mapperton? Oh my goodness.
That has come from Mapperton.
So a little bit of Mapperton is
made
its way to Tuscany.
Well, it was just in the North Stable block. I'm about to start cleaning it. In the North Stable block, and I thought, well, I might as well use it here because we're not going to use it in the main house. So yeah, a little bit of Mapperton has come here. They've been able to really smooth out the inside of this niche, and I can put some lovely objet there. Don't know, something as well here. And then this was the big one, Luke. Do you remember this big exposed bit on this wall? And again, many of you were saying, oh, keep it. I think the pointing wasn't done very well. I found it quite messy and cold, and I want to have a warm kitchen.
Yeah, well, and also you can now hang things from there. You have kept one very vital piece of building construction, which is this brace up on the top of the wall, because we are living in a seismically active area of Italy, and that holds the building together in case there are any tremors.
Yes. And then beyond the sofa, which I'll be showing you soon, there was exposed stone over there, and we covered that up. So, gosh, now, before I start to show you colors and fabrics and textiles and bits of that's been brought from England to here, I want to look at the floor. I think that is so important. This floor, I am in love with. What do you think, Luke?
Yeah, I think it's absolutely fantastic. It makes the whole difference, particularly compared to what there was before. And it looks like terracotta, but it isn't.
No,
Is that right?
it's porcelain, but
Porcelain.
it's looking like sort of the vecchio old terracotta, if you like. But I decided to go for this. It was a lot less expensive than getting the sort of original koto. But also, if you spill something, it's much easier.
Yeah,
it's just
it's
much easier to clean these floors.
Yeah.
And yeah, so if you're wondering about paint, you can see over here that this was recently done, and it's still a bit wet and it needs to dry. So there was some damp over there. This still needs to dry like it has dried over there. And once that's dry, then they will start to paint. And really the paint color is just the soft gray that's in the sitting room now that I'll bring into this room. But what we are doing, which I think is quite clever, is we're going to create a finto battiscopa. So a finta battiscopa, which is a fake skirting board, and we're going to move come up about 15 centimeters, and then the color that we're using is the color that's along the corridor on the first floor. So a little bit darker gray to contrast with the soft gray.
When you say fake, you just mean that it's going to be painted, rather than using timber. So it's like a trompe-l'oeil.
Yeah,
it tricks your eye.
There you go.
And look, I can see some things that have come all the way from the UK. For example, these two sort of bamboo
I like
tables.
them. So we'll put this, and then we're going to put I have an idea around a light that we're going to be using. You know those lovely green glass sort of wine containers? I'm gonna make into two lights and put on top of here.
This we won at our favourite local auction house in London called Lots Road.
Now you're wondering about this chair, everybody, I know. So I found this at another auction house in Dorset for £50.
£50.
£50, and it's a lovely chair, but I'm learning how to reupholster, and I'm going to be taking this off very, very carefully. So you can see where it's been glued here. Taking this off because there is timber underneath, there's wood underneath here.
Heaven knows what you're going to find under there. I hope it's rather wonderful.
No, it is. Look at this. I can already see.
Are you going to reupholster this yourself?
Yeah.
Wow.
Look at how beautiful. So you can take it off here. Look, Luke. I can take that off because that was clearly been mended. Yeah. And you can see, it's been properly, look at these lovely nails. But I can't save the fabric, everybody, but I am going to, so I'm going to show you some fabrics as well. Gosh, this is going to look great. Actually, I'm going to take this whole thing off. So stay tuned because you're going to watch me take this off. Yeah, so, right. Gosh.
There's a lot to do.
There's a lot to do.
Better crack on.
Better crack on.
From the floor to here,
Okay.
and from the floor to the end of the furniture.
Okay.
From here to the floor and from here to the floor.
Ok, io chiederò a Malcolm se stasera io posso mandare un massaggio.
Ok.
Okay? All right, everybody, as I said, I'm going to take the fabric off of this chair. Again, I found this chair at an auction house in England for £50, so I couldn't pass it up. I tried to find most of my upcycled treasures at flea markets around Italy. Many of you know my favorite is Il Piccolo Scrigno with Deborah and PG. In fact, they're going to be bringing a cupboard here that will go up against that wall there. So stay tuned because they're bringing it today, actually. So bringing it today. So I'm going to take this sort of pink rose, it's actually quite pretty, fabric off, but it's not salvageable. So I'm going to take this up, but it's, I mean, I might try to reuse the piping for something else. I'm not sure, who knows, but I do try to keep what I can. But I have brought over lots of fabric samples, and I'd love you guys to help me figure out what is your favorite for this chair, but also the window behind you. I'll be putting curtains up and having those made, and they will go on this wonderful brass pole that I brought from Mapperton. As I said, it's got lovely patina. It needs a little bit of a clean, but the patina is great. So I'd love you guys to help me decide what you think is the best choice for the curtains and for this upholstered chair. This is what I got from Deborah and Peachy's. And it's going to go there, but I just need to paint this wall. So, today aiutare? No. No? Ok.
Dove abbiamo il film con questa?
Ok.
Dove?
Dove? Probabilmente a qui, perché?
Ah, ok.
Sì.
Lo stai facendo qui?
Tu vedi che adesso io ho un grande progetto per la mia cucina. Sì, perché prima...
Era piccola. Era piccola.
Sì, prima c'erano un grande cucina qui, ma molto vecchio, sì. E ho deciso di mettere un nuovo cucina qui. Sì. Ok. Sì, scale. Ok, perfetto.
Mettiamo la parete.
Sì.
Dove? Qua, dal tavolo.
Yeah, perfetto. Vicino al tavolo. Ok. In caso. Ok. Bellissima.
È bella,
È bella, è bella. Grazie. Oh, perfetto. Perfetto.
Quella di legno buono, di castagna.
Sì, no, esattamente. Castagna originale.
Sì.
Incredibile. It's beautiful. Le scale.
Sì. Allora, questa qua
Sì.
la mettiamo davanti.
Sì, vicino a questo.
Ok, allora salta, giro io, così infilo i cassetti.
Bellissima, incredibile.
No, è bella,
Sì, è bella, è perfetto per questo spazio.
E anche come
sì.
colore.
Sì, è vero. Sì, le chiavi.
Sì.
Ecco.
Allora,
Okay.
c'è il ripiano nuovo,
Yeah.
questo è nuovo, almeno è un po' più forte. E dietro c'è tutta la carta,
Sì,
bella nuova.
incredibile.
Bravo,
Perfetto. Oh, bellissima. Grazie.
Prego.
Oh. All right, you guys. I'm just gonna get coffee right now, and then I'm gonna talk you through this. But wow, it done to this piece that I found when I was last there with Nikki Positano, and we found this together, and I think she's going to be so excited as well, so I'm definitely going to send her a picture as well to see what she thinks, and then I'll explain this in a second. Heading in from outside, I thought it was going to be a 30-minute job, everybody. It was like 3 hours. A few wounds in the process of taking out the nails in order to reupholster the chair. There's that and that, but it was well worth it, everybody. I'm about to show you the chair, it's over there. However, in the middle of removing those beautiful nails, PG arrived because this is the cupboard that I had Deborah restore, and it's just beautiful. She's done such a great job, and I love it, love it, love it. And if you saw my last video, I found this when I was with Nikki Positano, and we went to Il Piccolo Scrigno, just in Sarzana. And one of the things I wanted to keep was the marletto, which is the lace right here. And she's kept it there, but restored all of the shelves and put in new, lovely paper in the back. So I haven't been able, so you're gonna see this in all of its glory with plates, stacked plates. I can put napkins, linens in there. And where it's going is it is going to go up against that wall there. So you can see it's gonna go a perfect place right there. And I think it's gonna be fantastic. Now let's swing it around, because this is the chair, everybody. And what I discovered, which I think is just so extraordinary, hold onto your horses, no pun intended, because this is horsehair. This is how they used to do it, the quality, the craftsmanship. And yes, I'm going to keep this. I'm not going to use a synthetic filling. This is absolutely stunning, beautiful. And again, they used to use synthetic. This is just a lovely, lovely natural filler here. And I am beyond excited. So you can see underneath there, there's even more of that filler. And it's, I mean, it's properly done, everybody. Properly done. Good old horsehair underneath here. So this is the top that's gonna go here, and then you can see it's around the side as well. So I can take this one out. You can see it's just properly been, it's beautiful craftsmanship here. Now, I did take out one bit on top here. Remember, it was reupholstered all the way across because I wanted to see what shape the wood was in, and of course I could easily sand this down if I wanted to, and I still might do that. I'm not sure, everybody. I'd have to then remove that, but I have a feeling I'm gonna go over it. I think it's probably better to kind of put it back the way it was, but with different fabric. Isn't it just a stunner? So if you, again, watched some of my previous videos on the kitchen, you'd have seen Malcolm's designs, and we have this vision where we have a little table and the chair that I'm going to reupholster that you guys are gonna help me pick out the fabric for. And I found this winner, again, at a flea market. How brilliant is this proper, it's got a little bit of bamboo, and it's a lovely proper wicker chair, as I would say. And it's got a little bit of green. Of course, I'm gonna have verde for the kitchen cupboards. And I just thought, look at it, the quality of it. By the way, FYI, I wanna let you know that I found this, and it was dated to the 1890s. That's right, 1890s. So this is 130-ish years old. And look at, again, it's craftsmanship, the quality is so high. And this table, again, I found as well at a flea market in London, actually, just outside London. And then
I brought this here, but I think that this is just exquisite and lovely. And on top there is glass, or I might have marble made, but you can imagine sitting here, having your morning cup of coffee, opening up the windows, having that view without the lorry right there. That's the neighbor next door. And then some curtains on top. So I'm again gonna ask you guys, after I go have an aperitivo, to help me figure out what fabric I should use. I've got lots of samples, but I'm gonna do that tomorrow. And then lastly, look at it, it's so exciting. So if you can kind of envision it, right? How it's going to look like. Lastly, I found this at PG and Deborah's as well, and it's, you know, an old sort of cheese cupboard. It's where you would, and I have another one behind me that's going to go up against this wall. So, but I just liked this so much that I thought I had to get that. I don't know where it's going to go. It does look good right there, so now I've got a problem. Anyway, they're starting to do some more building work there, so I'm gonna say over and out, everybody. See you tomorrow morning.
Okay, I'm not sure where I'm going, but I did find it. So it's I Mercanti del Cinelli Claudia. So hope maybe it's in here. Hope so. All right, let's go try it out, everybody. Maybe not. Okay, Wish me luck. I'm not so sure. This looks like a garage. Hold on, everybody. Oh, this could be it. Hold on. I'm basically still lost, but there was a ramp going up. So, whoops. And I really hope this is, yes, maybe. Is it? Oh dear. It is. Phew. Holy cow, you can see. It's not easy to find, but wow, some good stuff here. This is dreamy, everybody. Oh my gosh. You can get Lo Specchio for 20 euros. Look at these frames. 5 euros, no. 5 euros for that frame. 5 euros. Oh my gosh, I'm in heaven. This is the place to be. Holy cow. Wow. Okay. Wish me luck. I don't even know what I'm looking for. Objet. I want everything. Incredible. Look at, that's a lovely mirror. Lovely mirror. Oh, here we go. 20 euros, maybe. Maybe. Vecino. Wow. All right, I'm gonna be here for a long time. Okay, look at this, everybody. This is a vaso, 6 euros. You can put a plant in it, and it's made by hand. Fatto a mano. I mean, what? It's quite pretty. I mean, not quite, I mean, maybe. 6 euros. Might have to get it. Okay, everybody, now, look at this, 8 euros. Painted by hand, I quite like it. Just a good dish. Yeah. Ceramiche. I don't know. Possibly. I mean, how do I decide? There's so many deals here. Like, everything's basically between 5 and 10 euros. The other thing I really liked for possibly, I mean, look at this. 12 euros. What? It's beautiful. Okay, I probably won't get this, but this is a wool table, if you like, so it can be attached to the wall. And these are the colors of the bedroom, well, my bedroom, Luke's bedroom, in Fivisano, sort of that lovely rose and green and bit of gold. Oh my gosh, it has a drawer, it's so perfect. It's 45 euros. But then I'm like, where is it going to go? I don't think it can go anywhere. I love it. Look at it. It's exquisite.
I'm gonna go through it all, everybody. It's just wrapped in a bit of paper, but if I could just go antiquing for the rest of my life, I think I'd be very happy. So I really, really liked this bamboo, bit of rattan magazine rack, and that can go in the sitting room in Italy. And then this, I mean, how fantastic is this? Lovely old wine bottle with its beautiful rattan casing here. I mean, fantastic, right? That's gonna go on top of one of the cupboards in the kitchen. And I'm always looking just for books that I think are pretty, the covers are pretty, just to, I don't know, put them somewhere. But this has 6 stories inside of it. So it's a selection of treasure stories. So that, and then, dun, 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 dun. Okay, I did get the 2 cachepot, which you've already seen, made by hand. But then I found this, and this is, as she told me, vecchio, very old. I think it's beautiful. And again, it can go on top of one of the cupboards in the kitchen. I love it. It's super heavy. You can see it's just completely well made. And then hold. Luke texted me back and said, yes, get this. I mean, he does like the sea, and it's lovely. It's got a couple of fish and a clam there, and pretty, right? Needs to be cleaned off. And then this one I found at the very end, everybody, and it can be hung. And I think it's just, and she said, this is the most expensive I paid for anything. This was 20 euros. By the way, in total, all of this, 2 cachepot, a pitcher, 2 plates, a wine bottle, a book, and a magazine rack, 90 euro. But this is beautiful. It's uccello, so it's a bird, and initials on the back, and you can hang it. And it's the right colors for the kitchen. I mean, it's got a bit of yellow, but that's fine. It's got the blue, it's got the green, and I think it's really pretty. Really like that. So yeah, on to Fivizzano we go back. Okay, everybody, it's very exciting because we were at the market today and I was deciding what to put in this flower pot and also to put in this one as well, because I'm not here that often to have flowering plants to be able to water them. So I decided that putting in herbs would be the right thing to do. They're a little bit hardier. Fingers crossed they're going to last. I don't think they require as much water. So I've got rosmarino, so rosemary. I think I'm gonna put the rosemary in that one by itself. And then I have salvia, which is sage. Smells amazing. Then I have lemon thyme, which is timo al limone, right here. It's already starting to flower. Lovely. And then we've got marjoram, which is majorana. Had to remember that in Italian. And then this one's the easiest one. It's oregano and oregano in Italian. So I'm gonna put 4 in this one, and then I'll put the rosmarino in that single one. But my olive trees so far are a huge success, even though that one's toppling over here. I'll get to that in a second. But they have started, all 4 of them have started new shoots at the bottom, which is really, really exciting for me. At first when I saw this, I thought, no, they must just be weeds. But no, they're attached to the roots and they're coming up, which is wonderful. Now, the bamboo is starting to obviously age, and in particular, this one cracked off. So while we were at the beach earlier, I found there was just lots of bamboo all over the beach. I found 4 good size replacements. So and because they're growing as well, they need a little bit more, I think, stability. So I'm gonna tie those up, plant my herbs, and fingers crossed the next time I come back, they'll still be here. Fingers crossed. But then after I finish this, because the sun is about to set, not yet, after I finish this, I'm gonna light my candles there and sit and
enjoy the bells and enjoy the view from here, from my terrace. You are going to help me decide what curtains to hang over this beautiful kitchen window. I've been umming and ahhing about it, but of course you've got this fantastic view out to the hills and the wonderful Piazza San Rocco here with all my wonderful neighbors as well. But I definitely want to put curtains up. I brought that brass curtain pole, Luke, from Mapperton. What I've done is I've collected some samples. And also, I have to give a huge shout out to Malcolm because he's come up with this color scheme, and we did look at some samples and then I ordered some more because I couldn't really decide. So I want you all to remember that, well, you haven't seen this yet, but this is the cover to the sofa that's going to go in this kitchen because the kitchen's quite big. So we've got this to play with, and this is the color, not this bright green, but this sage green, are the color of the kitchen cabinet. This is the wall. So you can see, that's the ceiling. You can see it's a nice...
Again, it's got
a gray.
It's a little sort of bluey grey.
It's a bluey gray.
Bluey grey.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
It's a cool gray. So it's quite a cool gray. So I think if I just go back to that green, what I'd really like to do, I'm going to tell you my favorite, and then I'm going to have everybody vote down below. So there's going to be a poll. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a lot of choice. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, I'm inclined not to go with any of the greens.
Okay.
And if I put the green up, but let me know down below, but what do you think, Luke, for the curtains?
Yeah, I think I agree.
Yeah.
But I quite like the one up at the end here, number 1.
Yeah.
Because...
That's my favorite
Is it?
too. Yeah.
Because it combines a little bit of green, or at least there's a little
There's
hint of
here.
something.
It's the same. It goes to that line, so it
And also
alternates.
I think I like the wider stripes on that one.
Yeah. This was my second choice. I put it in order of mine. But I think, it is, again, it's sort of a different blue. It's much more of a bit of a teal blue, but I think it's too much.
Yeah, I agree.
This, I think, is going to get dirty.
Yep, agreed.
Yep.
Quite like this one.
Yep. That was another one of my, yeah, so that one's nice too.
Yeah.
And you can see it's the same stripe color that comes through this as well.
Okay.
Okay, then we have these.
Yeah. Yeah, which, you couldn't go wrong with those.
That's the green, that's almost the exact same color, which I don't want to do. But
definitely
anyway,
not.
vote everybody.
But you see, my second choice would be the one right at the end.
This.
It would be to go, yeah, and actually have a bit of contrast.
I agree with the contrast.
So it's a hard choice.
But here, hold on, one more. Let's put this up. I think this, Luke.
Okay.
Anyway, that, everybody, I would love you to decide. So hopefully we've got all the numbers here and you can help me choose. But obviously that's the one that we are thinking of. And then lastly, I thought I would just share this with you, everybody. This is not a vote, but that chair that I just, took off all of the old fabric. It's a lovely Edwardian chair. I'm going to sand it down. So I'm going to sand the wood down and give it back its natural color. And then I'm going to hand block on some linen, some upcycled linen myself. And I thought, Luke, obviously I'm going to be doing the hand block myself, so I'm not picking out a fabric per se, but these are just to give everybody just some good ideas. This is the one, just so I have some ideas when I go in and hand block myself, but then you could go with the blue there. Something like that. I think that's a bit too much.
That one looks a little bit like a paw print.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe
When we
that
don't have a
one.
dog. At least not yet.
And then there's this one. What about that one?
Yeah, that's very elegant.
So I could do that, but in the green.
Yeah.
Do you see? And then that, Luke, is your contrasting colors. So you've got that and that.
Looks like your mind is made up.
And, well, and that. Look at that, everybody. Or is that 2P green?
Let us know.
Okay, let us know. Anyway, it's very, very exciting, and you will follow along as I reupholster a chair for the first time ever, but that's going to take some time, but I am excited. And the kitchen, it's getting there. Little extra for the end of the video. And I just thought it'd be nice to put little cafe curtains here. So I found this lovely piece of fabric at an online vintage shop, and just having 4 of these, and it's perfect. So it doesn't, of course, obscure any of the view, but it does give you a little bit of privacy here when you're sitting at your table, having your cup of coffee, and you can still open up the door. So it would just be little cafe curtains there, second pole there, third pole there, fourth pole there. What do you think, Luke?
I think it's great, and it means we don't have to look at our car.
Bye, everybody.
Be sure to check out the link in my description to get 60% off of your Babel subscription today.